Hello and welcome back to Combat Mission Fortress Italy, the Rome to Victory module, and we're doing another scenario here. It plays on March 3rd, 1945, and we're in command of part of the 10th US Mountain Division, which, as far as I know, was the only mountain division that the US Army fielded in World War II. So, what is the situation? There are two big, what's the best word? Two big peaks here on a ridge, the two crowns, and the Germans have infiltrated up there with Gebirgsjäger troops and are now shooting down at this road that you can maybe make out here, down at the river, and have already destroyed some of our supply trucks, so now our mountain troops have to climb up there and get the Germans out. That's basically it. Overview time. We have an infantry company here. That's not the company HQ, motor section HQ. Where's the company HQ? Well, it doesn't matter. We have three platoons of mountain infantry with support troops, two machine gun sections and two light mortars. And we have a fire support element that is deployed in the beginning down here, which has an 81mm mortar and a very unusual weapon that I've never seen in any game before, the 37mm mountain gun, which was only used by this division in World War II. And which in the beginning will move forward a bit and set up in a position to shoot at the ridge line up here. This is the King's Crown, and this is the Queen's Crown. Those are the nicknames or code names of these peaks. And down here you can see the rest of one of the supply columns that got shot up by the Germans. In fact, I think in order for you to appreciate this, you probably have to see it in 3D from down here. We have the King's Crown. And you can see from down here it does look kind of like a crown. The King's Crown and the Queen's Crown here. And our main objective is the Queen's Crown, which is apparently where the German fire is coming from. It's a pretty unusual setup here. Here we see our brave mountaineers. And kind of what my plan is to get up here relatively quickly while the mortar is bombarding along a line mostly near the Queen's Crown here. And then we need to get into this position here in order to set up a fire position and then move along this ridge line. And yeah, the map stops here, which is a bit unfortunate. I wish there was a bit more space to really get a better feel for the topography, but alright, fair enough. So, that is the plan. Let's just begin, I would say. And first platoon is on the move. My hope is that I only get eyes on the actual objective on this ridge once they crest this kind of ridge line here. You can hear the 81mm mortar opening up. So I will crest with my machine guns first to set up a base of fire here and later move the mortars up there as well. And obviously the infantry part of the company will then keep moving up this ridge line. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a pretty complex layout in terms of topography here, obviously. My troops are pretty well equipped with BARs and also with rifle grenades, which should come in handy here to do some indirect fire, so to speak.
Cover me! Come on, go! Come on, go! Cover me! Cover me! Advance!
So, as you can see, if we're staying behind the troops here, they are behind this ridge, where they are still in cover, assuming the Germans are up there.
Sergeant.
I rechecked the last recording, or, well, the last round, I should say. And most of the mortar rounds are actually landing behind the ridge, which is at the same time good and bad. Which, because it's bad, because it probably they don't affect the Germans that will be shooting at us immediately directly.
Stay alert now.
On the other hand, we're bombarding something that later I might not actually be able to bombard anymore because I can't see it. So, in that way, it's kind of good, I guess. So, we have the two machine guns, M1919A6, the later model, coming forward here.
Okay, Sergeant.
Secure the flanks.
close to the mortar here, we can see the very unusual 37mm mountain gun, which is being set up here for fire support. Kind of wish we had that on this side of the river, but the deployment zone was here. Then we could have put that here with the mortars and the with the machine guns and the light mortars. And here we go. We've set it up. Let's hope this is useful. I mean, we should be able to get direct fire on the Queen's Crown up there. Let's go back up here. Our mortars and medium machine guns are being set up here in Overwatch.
Follow me. Advance.
But we don't have any contact yet.
Follow me. Follow me, man.
I think our mortar barrage has stopped.
Come on, go. Follow me. Advance. Follow me, man. Stay alert.
Aha, okay. We got a casualty here. Now that the barrage has lifted.
Follow me. Advance.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted, that my guys from here can give at least some covering fire. My 60mm mortar has also started firing. These guys, however, are still kind of behind the curve in the true sense of the word, so I will have to move them up. And I will also have to start assigning targets to my heavy support forces. I kind of wish they would use their machine gun a bit more here. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's not the most ideal position here. And it's really important, that we gain fire superiority relatively quickly here. They have some kind of infantry gun up there, which I think was actually mentioned in the briefing as well, so it's not a total surprise. They have two heavy machine guns here. There was a good shot from the infantry gun. They have two heavy machine guns here, which we will be taking under fire from our from our light mortars. Yeah, as you can see, the light mortar rounds are impacting up there. We noticed that we are taking sniper fire from the King's Crown, actually. Yeah, these guys got taken out by those. There's a sniper team here. So they were behind us the whole time. Out the sniper team, but we should take some casualties from them. And there's another one, well, basically between the crown here. It's suppressed though.
Follow me, man.
We will try and throw hand grenades at them. While we are doing that, we keep bombarding the Queen's Crown and keep laying down suppressive fire.
Okay, Sergeant.
But we still haven't really taken out that gun yet. We are assaulting the King's Crown now, in order to get that last sniper team up here. Our machine guns are trying to suppress it. Oh, sadly they have another machine gun nest up there. Let's follow these guys for now. Got one casualty here, probably from the Queen's Crown.
Advance! Cover me!
So let's try to get that sniper. You're in for a rude awakening, mate. Okay, they're taken out. So that's good. Oh, I see a lot of red. Oh shit, that must have been the infantry gun. Okay, yeah, that's not good. We need to get a lot more fire on that infantry gun. I'm calling in medium mortar fire on that infantry gun.
Contact. Enemy units.
And we're also pounding them from the King's Crown. That being said, we do have taken considerable casualties here. Okay, they seem to have another heavy machine gun up there. Most of them we have mostly knocked out, I would say. Oh, finally my mountain gun is shooting at them. And actually caused a casualty as well. So finally I got that thing to work. That's good. That's the King's Crown here. That infantry gun has a weird sound when firing. This is a third platoon which has been out of the combat so far. I want them to cross the ridge here and go into this dead ground. And then from there we will advance along this axis. Another sniper team. And finally take out that infantry gun position there. At least that's my plan at this point. We are taking that infantry gun under heavy fire from over here and also from the King's Ground. Sadly, I can't yet get the eyes of the mountain gun on it, but we are calling it the medium mortars, and I think the first spotting rounds might actually be falling already. Yeah, located the touch objective here. And yeah, other than that, looking pretty good. The infantry gun is shooting with a 37mm. I don't think it's actually doing that much. And here comes my assault force.
Let's go! Follow me.
I think we have actually gained quite a bit of fire superiority. I haven't really heard German machine guns for a bit. So my assault platoon might have a real chance of getting them out of there. I moved up one of the 60mm mortars in order to take out... Yeah, see, there's still a German machine gun nest there, but I moved forward a 60mm mortar to get forward, like, or direct fire on that guy. Which is normally quite risky, but I think we've impressed the other Germans enough. Also, you can hear the infantry gun firing at that position too, but the mountain gun, I mean. But it's mildly useful at best, in my opinion. And here comes my assault platoon. And I also moved up one squad from the first platoon, which is the one that did take the least casualties. And I hope that we can finally silence that gun, which keeps shooting at me intermittently still, even though it is kind of suppressed. Yeah, see it shot again. Slowly causing a bunch of casualties again. You can see the 60mm mortars impacting there. Okay, now it counts. Here's the gun. That's one of the late type of infantry guns, the ones that they made out of the old Pak 37mm. Yeah, okay, that's looking good. That's looking very good, actually. And here's my assault platoon.
Cover me.
We have a lot of BARs.
Yes, sir. Follow me. Advance.
And here goes the assault. Let's put those BARs to some good use. Fuck. Yeah, we took a casualty. I don't know where that was coming from. He's dead as well. Maybe a hand grenade, actually? I do think that the Germans have some mortars behind this ridge, but I don't think they can see me here. So... there's a German, and that's the gun position. Did you see that grenade throw? Oh, I think that those are actually rifle grenades? No, those are hand grenades. Take out the gun position, please. Thanks. Okay. They seem to be... Did you see that little explosion? I'm pretty sure that was from my 37mm mountain gun. I wonder if that mountain gun is dead, to be honest. I checked and there's German mortars firing, obviously, from behind here. So I really have to close up on those before they become a big problem. Probably would have left the bazookas at home in this situation. Although I guess they could end up being useful. Okay, we took the gun position. So that's great. Yeah, you can hear the mortars firing behind here. I don't want to crest the hill with too few people. It really seems like one of those things where you should crest with quite a few at the same time. Like with a whole platoon at the same time and use those Garants and BARs. Because who knows what's behind there. There might be a whole nother platoon behind there or more support weapons. Machine pistol. Ah crap, here goes the German mortar strike. Ah, and it hit my troops back there, that's great. Damn it.
Move it! Follow me, man!
But yeah, my assault platoon is moving in position.
Listen up. Follow me, man!
Don't know how many Germans are left here. But I want them to stay slightly below the ridge line, or the crest of the hill.
Move it! Go, go, go!
Yeah, not there. Okay, so there's Germans behind them. They killed one of my guys.
Stay down.
Throw some nades up there. That's actually kind of a hard throw to make. It would roll down the hill probably. Before we crest the hill, I want to throw a bunch of nades up there. I think they're throwing grenades back, or maybe those are mine rolling down the hill, who knows? Damn it, yeah, they're throwing back nades, I think. They're sitting on the other side or in those foxholes and throwing grenades while I throw mine. Here comes the platoon HQ. I think next round we might actually try and... yeah, the German mortars are still shooting. We might actually try and crest here, here and here maybe as well. And hopefully overwhelm the Germans with sudden fire concentration, because we do still have a bunch of infantrymen here. You know what? A change of plan. I thought about it, and I decided I've run into too many reverse slope defenses in this game to just send one platoon over there, so I'm gonna send the rest in as well, set up and wait for that fire mission that you just heard being called in with the 81mm medium mortars. I will wait for that to land. It should land in this area here in case there's something there, and then I will crest with everybody at the same time and hopefully overwhelm the Germans. But this of course means that there will be a few rounds of not that much happening, but I think it's probably the right call. I might actually have to pull these guys back a bit, because they have a tendency, because there's one dead guy here and they have a tendency to run over there to try and help him, and that might actually kill them one by one. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, here comes the rest of the mountain infantry. And let's see how we do. Still moving up my troops.
Move it!
Oh, it's the Germans who are trying to retaliate, huh? Yeah, we're throwing nades at them. Whoa, there was a machine gun.
Follow me, man!
Oh yeah, don't peek that. Okay, they have at least one MG42 behind here.
Grenade!
Oh fuck.
I'm hit!
Damn it. Okay, they're all on the other side here. It's time for my mortars to strike, although they won't do anything against the guys directly behind here.
Advance!
I sure hope they are not gonna be able to switch the artillery fire here, because I'm bunching up quite a bit right now. They are bombarding back here right now.
Advance!
I told these guys to get away a little bit from this edge, just to be safe, because they can still throw nades over there. I don't know if the AI will do that, but I can't really trust my guys not to run up there if there's a wounded dude there, or dead dude, or whatever. Let's just hope that the German AI makes the same mistake again with these guys, so we can kill them.
Okay, Sergeant.
The mortars are shelling nothing in particular right now. Oh, don't... Okay, that's German. Okay, we found one there, and he looks like he's actually manning a heavy machine gun. Maybe we should actually throw grenades again. Yeah, don't look in that direction.
Secure the flanks.
Yeah, your flanks are fine.
Secure the
Yes,
flanks.
sir.
Still waiting for my mortars to come in. I think at least one spotting round actually hit behind here, so that's good.
Enemy infantry approaching. Take a look at that.
My troops are basically in position. Of course the Germans are dug in, which gives them an advantage.
Okay, Sergeant.
But I think we're better equipped with semi-automatic rifles and BARs, obviously. What are they
Yes, sir.
bombarding?
Hold your positions.
Take a look at that.
It's actually landing close to my machine gun nest over there.
Hold your position.
There's a German there that we
Listen up.
spotted.
Now listen up.
position.
So I hope we can throw some nades. Oh, he's up, back down.
Yes, sir.
Well, they don't throw any nades, so that's kind of disappointing. But at least I guess we are maybe driving them out of there. The others are ready to advance. One more machine gun team being set up. I moved them because the mortars of the Germans were actually landing quite close, but it seems to have been solved now. They are not shooting anymore right now. I think we might have driven the Germans out of here. So now all that's left is basically waiting for our mortars to be ranged
Yes,
in.
sir.
Which is taking a while.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
a bit disappointed. Okay, some
Okay,
people are
Sergeant.
reloading. Getting ready for the last assault. I mean, my guys were all tired because we ran uphill all the
Hold your
time.
positions.
Okay, there comes another spotting round from our mortar. So my guys are tired because they ran uphill all the time. So that means that now they can get their stamina back here.
Take a look at that.
Apparently,
Heads down.
okay, that was my spotting round. Okay, apparently we spotted another German over there, and I think that's because I moved up the machine gun. So apparently I can shoot with my machine guns at them theoretically, so that's good.
Okay, Sergeant.
Waiting. Let's move back here a bit. So these machine gunners see that guy, but they're not shooting, so probably due to the awkward angle here, they can't actually shoot at him. Also, the machine gun is a bit back here, so that's probably why they're not shooting. Maybe if I move them up here, they will be able to do it. Okay, another spotting round is coming, let's hope. I'm spotting for this general area here. But so far they've all landed somewhere here. Yeah, again, so... I don't actually have that much ammunition left.
Yes, sir.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see anything. Yeah, I don't think even if we range in the mortars it will be that much of an impact. 3 platoons
Yes, sir.
waiting for the mortars to do their job.
Yes, sir.
Secure the flanks.
Okay, another spotting round. You know what? If this one doesn't hit properly, then I'm just gonna assault. I mean, seriously, just logically, how many Nazis can there be? We killed so many already. It's probably just a few retreaters back there and we're waiting for nothing. And if not, at least it's gonna be a nice firefight. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna attack. Next round, we crest this hill and kill everybody or get mowed down
look at
immediately. One of the two things will happen.
Okay, Sergeant.
Yep, okay, Sergeant. Okay, 15 seconds before takeoff.
Take a look at that.
Okay, there here comes another spotting round, pointlessly probably. And here we go. Blowing the whistle. Okay, there's still some... Whoa! Okay. This may have been a huge mistake. Our rifle grenade landing nicely though. Oh god, we're taking heavy casualties. Germans are turning to flee though.
Enemy infantry ahead.
Lots of machine pistols firing, probably from engine development. The mortars are firing as well. We really need to get those mortars down, to be honest. Oh, there was a mortar. Oh, look at all those Japanese that don't run. Look at all these rifle grenades that we know as well, just firing at the Germans. I think that must be the biggest slaughter I've ever seen on this game. But we have fire superiority, we won that fire split. I don't think the mortars are firing either. Keep firing, keep the fire up, just mow them all down. Look at all those rifle grenades. That is amazing. You know what? Screw that stupid mountain gun. Rifle grenades, that's all you need. Got the motor. Yeah, those were... They had 3 mortars, holy crap. Another rifle grenade landing.
Fire for effect.
Oh, did you hear that? I know it was probably hard to hear over all the firing, but the fire for effect is finally in. We wrenched in the mortar. And here we go with the total victory. We lost 28 men killed, 26 men wounded, still have 124 okay, still pretty high casualties. They only have 19 men okay, 79 killed, 53 wounded, 3 men apparently gave up. So let's look at the map. So this is the end position. They surrendered, obviously. My whole company is lined up here shooting at them. And yeah, they're all completely slaughtered here. Although obviously I also took heavy casualties. These guys are giving up, which is probably for the best. So yeah, they still had some people here. I don't think these ever, did they fire? No. Didn't get a single shot. There's a Gebirgsjäger team here. There's one here. And oh god, look at that. They're all completely mowed down. Yeah, they have lots of Berettas, actually, interesting. Here we have the mortar battery that was wiped out. Another one over here, yeah. So, a few things that interest me now. First of all, killed 3, or look at my casualties as well, horrible stuff. None. 12, that's pretty good for an infantry team. These are the ones who took out the light infantry gun, again got completely decimated. 8. 11, yeah, that's cool. These, the medium machine guns finally moved up here, they have 3. 9, 12, yeah, most of them here at the end. What I now want to know, first of all, my mortars, 9 and 13, yeah, those were very nice and useful. So now, the fancy mountain gun, 2 enemy casualties, that is fairly annoying. The sniper didn't do anything, of course, as always. So, yeah. Anyway, so this scenario, what did I think about it? It was good. Great terrain. Interesting forces. Kind of weird but cool scenario. Pretty realistic look. I'm pretty sure this probably exists in real life somewhere, so that's cool. Don't know if it was actually based on some real life engagement, but it certainly felt like it. There are some, generally speaking, in the new expansion pack, well, it's not that new now, but you know, in the latest expansion pack, Rome to Victory, I was a bit disappointed in the scenario selection. I mean, I played 3 scenarios now, and those are really the ones that I thought looked interesting. I really want to play a French scenario, because the French are also in there, and they're pretty cool and well modeled and so on. But the first French scenario, I took one look at the map, and it looked like one of those quick battle maps, and not like a real place, and I was like, okay, it's not that interesting. And then the second one was a bit better, but also kind of looked unrealistic, and it also looked kind of meat grindery and so on. So yeah, too bad. There isn't really a great looking French scenario here. But anyway, back to this one. As I said, pretty realistic, pretty cool stuff. Now, there's some stuff that kind of annoyed me. For one thing, the mountain gun, which is kind of one of the big draws of this scenario, I would say, because that's a completely new element in the game, and it's basically useless. Maybe it would be more useful if I had it in this setup zone and put it with the mortars, because the whole point, the thing with this mountain gun is it has a 37mm caliber. That's not that great unless you hit somebody right in the face, right? And so the one big thing that it has is that it's mobile. You see, it's on a tripod. It doesn't have a wheeled carriage. You can carry it around and deploy it relatively quickly. So I'm like, then why not give it to me on the other side of the river, you know, so I can carry it up the mountain and then place it here somewhere and then shoot directly at the Germans with a mountain gun. You know, that's how this would have been useful. Having it down here with the heavy mortar, which is way, way more useful from down here, is kind of, whoa. The mortar cost 30 casualties. Oh yeah, right, from the initial bombardment. Yeah, so the heavy mortar way more useful down there. The mountain gun should probably be on this side, so you can do what is cool about it and carry it up the mountain. So that's my first criticism. The second one, and I saw this coming, and I said this in the beginning, the map cuts off too early, which led to all the Germans being like compressed into this little area, which is then suddenly cut off. which means that the finale of the whole battle, you know, the actual assault, feels extremely unrealistic. I mean, it was fun, don't get me wrong, like it was a huge slaughter and everybody got mowed down, but it felt unrealistic because it's so close to the map edge. It really should be here, the map edge. I'm pretty sure you will agree that this last bit was a bit unrealistic, or at least a bit preposterous. And this is kind of a general thing with this scenario. It didn't really feel that 1945, like a skirmish in 1945. It was a bit too all out for that. On the other hand, that's kind of the thing with combat mission. All the scenarios are always kind of all in. It's not like, for example, in Gravity, where sometimes you just have a small skirmish and the enemy retreats or whatever. So I guess that's kind of part of the system here. But yeah, so it didn't really feel that much like 1945. But yeah, overall still a fun scenario. It was a really quick one as well, which is nice, especially if you have limited time like me right now. So yeah, all in all, thumbs up. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching and have a nice day.